Congregants of the St. Paul African Apostolic Church turned out in their numbers, led by archbishops from across the SADC region. But this year, they were also joined by prominent government leaders, including Justice and Constitutional Development Minister Mmamoloko Kubayi and the Public Protector, Advocate Koleka, as well as other leaders from the region. Addressing the congregation, Kubayi, who also chairs the Interministerial Committee on Migration, says the role of churches is vital in helping government address some of the challenges society is facing.
When we started working on the migration, we engaged with religious leaders and explained to them. And that helps because even where people don't believe us as government, but when the message is carried by their church leaders, it's message that is believable. So that's why for us is the partnership so that they enhance the message.
The Public Protector says churches have a strong moral consciousness and must continue to speak out against corruption and the misuse of public resources, and churches must not accept stolen money.
We know of reports of illicit financial flows, and that the church is sometimes the biggest dump for those illicit financial flows, but also where church leaders themselves find themselves on the wrong side of the law, reports on corruption and so forth. So the church, like it did before in fighting for social justice, I think all the time reflection is also important. And I spoke about leading from the front, and that's where the church also has to take that leadership by ensuring that the church does not become a fountain for dumping of illicit financial flows.
For these congregants, the gathering is more than just a celebration of faith. They say it is also a platform for shaping society, promoting accountability and encouraging ethical leadership.
Let's not encourage people to steal and bring the money into the church. So even if this thing of migration, the fights that we see, we just pray to God that God can actually help South Africa. The economy can grow, people can work. We are praying to God so that really God can hear us.
The congregation was also addressed by former Nelson Mandela Foundation spokesperson and security expert Andy Mashaile, as well as former Prime Ministers of Lesotho. They also called for strong African leadership that places the dignity and well-being of people at the center. Patricia Fasache, SABC News in Soweto.
To this now, in your breaking news this hour, 2 more suspects have been arrested this evening. Now the police says this is in connection with the murder of boxer Zolani Tete, and this brings the total number of people in custody to 4. Now we know that a short while ago, 2 men were arrested in Scenery Park in Kukompa City in connection with the murder. Now earlier today, another man was also taken into custody in Mdantsane, a 22-year-old man. The 3 arrests today comes after 2 men were taken in for questioning yesterday, and of which one was charged with murder and attempted murder. Another man was released after having been interrogated. Police spokesperson Brigadier Nobuntu Kantana says even more arrests are expected.